Not bad for a running back, eh? Lamar, you are a treat. What's going on, everybody? The time's here. Week 2's coming up. We got Thursday night football between the Panthers and Bucks. Should be a fun game. But today I'm here to talk about the Ravens because we got that Sunday game, our home opener against the Arizona Cardinals. Terrell Suggs' homecoming game. Should be fun, should be interesting. He may get a sack on Lamar. We're going to see a lot of fun things on Sunday. Hopefully this ends with the Ravens win, but we'll have to see. But yeah, so let's get into what both teams need to do to win this game. Start with the Arizona Cardinals. Offensively, it's going to come down to your three key players: Kyle Murray, Larry Fitzgerald, and David Johnson. David Johnson has to do damage on the ground. I feel like he needs to rush for 130 rushing yards. He's got to rush, do the damage on the ground, and set up Kyle Murray and his offense in great position to be able to try and get something in the Ravens secondary. He's going to be looking for Fitzgerald. His receivers have got to show up in this game. But mostly we know Fitzgerald's going to be the guy he's going to be looking for. If Kyle Murray can connect with Fitzgerald and Fitzgerald can have a big day, they can probably get a couple scores on. They've got a good shot to win this game. But no matter what, they've got to put points on the board. This Ravens defense is tough to score on. And if they can put points on the board, they will have a shot to win this game. But it's really going to come down to how their defense plays. And defense, what they need to do, no question, force turnovers. This is not a great defense. Their secondary is their weakness. And as we saw from last week with the Dolphins, Lamar, he's not afraid to air it out. And if he can air it out with weapons like Marquise Brown and Miles Boykin and Willie Snead and Chris Moore, these guys are fast. If they get open, it's over. Lamar will put it on the money. So this Cardinals defense has to force turnovers. That's the only way they're going to be able to win this game. They got to bring pressure to Lamar. Hey, T-Sizzle, that's where you come in, bro. You got to force pressure. They got to put pressure on the Ravens offensive line and get to Lamar. But most importantly, they got to force turnovers. They've got to force turnovers. If they do not get turnovers and set up the Cardinals offense in a good position to put up points, they're not going to win this game. It will be a long day for the Arizona Cardinals. As for the Ravens, simple. Just do what you did. Just build on what you were doing with the Dolphins game. Now, we have yet to see Lamar really take off and run. It was the first week, obviously, because he was busy airing it out. And I feel like we may see that a little bit more in the running game today. Sunday, we may see Lamar rush a little bit more, but it's all going to depend on how the game goes early on. If Lamar is airing the ball out and they're connecting and they're scoring, Lamar's not going to run. He will leave it to his running backs. He'll leave it to Ingram and Gus Edwards and Justice Hill. They will do the damage. It may be like that Sunday either way, but most likely we may see him take a few more carries than what he was doing in the first game. But yeah, just keep building on the run game. We know what we got with the running game. We probably got the best running unit in the league. Keep building on that. Lamar, keep doing what you're doing in the pass game. Don't be afraid to air it out. Keep hitting your guys, continue to show that accuracy, continue to show that improvement, and we will be fine on offense. If we can continue to do that and put points up, this should be an easy win for us. Our defense, just do what you do, bro. Dominate. Stop Arizona. Get to Kyle Murray early on. Put the pressure on him. Force him to make mistakes and shut down their offense. Do what you got to do. This Ravens secondary isn't going to give up much points. And we know that our pass rushing is still something that's coming in development. This will be a good game for them to try and get to Kyle Murray because the Cardinals' offensive line isn't exactly great. If we can get a couple sacks on Kyle Murray, pressure him, make him make bad mistakes and force some turnovers, it will be a long day and an easy day for the Ravens. So that's what we got to do. So recap, Cardinals, David Johnson's got to do damage on the ground. The receivers got to be on it for the Cardinals, specifically Larry Fitzgerald. Kyle Murray's got to deliver the ball perfectly. He's got to be great, and the Cardinals defense, no matter what, has to force turnovers to make it easier for the offense to be able to do something. Ravens, offensively, just keep building on what you did in Miami. Keep doing what you're doing. Lamar keeps showing off that accuracy, keep showing off that improvement. The run game, keep doing what you guys doing in the run game. Ingram, Gus, Justice, keep doing what you're doing. Defensively, pressure Kyle Murray. Lock down on the secondary. Make sure they don't get points. Make sure they're not able to air it out. Pressure Kyle Murray. Force him to make mistakes and collect turnovers. And at the end of the day, That's how you win the game. It'll be an easy win for the Ravens. Now, of course, you guys know I'm going to pick the Ravens to win this game. They've got the better unit. They've got the better defense. Right now, their offense is definitely better. They've got weapons. They're clearly sure they've got weapons. And they're going to be able to take advantage of the weakness in the Cardinals secondary. I would be interested to see, it really will be interesting to see how they're going to try and handle Lamar Jackson in his offense, because again, if they choose to try and stack the box and force Lamar to throw, the Dolphins game literally just showed that you can't do that. But if they play zone coverage and back up, now you're leaving the lane for Lamar to take off. So it'll be interesting to see what the Cardinals come up with for trying to stop Lamar specifically, and this run game as well. It's going to be tough for them, but they can come up with a great game plan, and execute with that. We could see an upset. But for me, I'm going to take the Ravens. I think they're going to win this game 30-10. It's going to be a pretty good game. You know, Lamar Jackson's probably going to pass for 3 touchdowns. I can see a touchdown run by Edwards, probably a touchdown run by Mark Ingram as well. We'll see how that goes. I think it's going to be a pretty easy game. Smooth sailing. We'll actually get a touchdown. let's say, yeah, I'm going to say 3 touchdowns by Lamar and a touchdown by Ingram. Yeah, I think it'll be like that. 30-10 makes it easy. Who knows? Maybe Edwards will get a touchdown as well, and Ingram. Maybe we may blow them out. I don't know. I don't really predict blowouts because you never know how a team is going to be set up. You never really predict a blowout. Like, even with the New England Dolphins game, people are already telling me that, well, that's a divisional game. And when it comes to divisional games, you never know. The Dolphins may rise up to the occasion. You never know how that's going to work. Plus, the Patriots seem to struggle with the Dolphins in Miami, so you don't know how that's going to work either. We'll have to see, but I don't really predict blowouts. I think this is going to be, well, this is kind of a blowout if it's 30-10. But you know what I mean. It's just like, losing by 20 is kind of a blowout, but you know, it's like, if you made a couple more plays, you could have been in it. But yeah, I see it to be 30-10. I think it's going to be a relatively, it's going to be a slow start at first, but I think throughout the game, the offense is going to get it going and get it up, especially through the run game. The run game is definitely going to set Lamar up to make some plays down the field, and we'll see how that goes. Kyle Murray's definitely going to have a tough time going up against this Ravens defense. And yeah, overall it'll be an easy win. I see us going 2-0, and we'll get ready for that epic matchup in Kansas City, that rematch between Patrick Mahomes, bro. Kansas City, you owe us a W, bro. That 4th and 9 play should have never happened, and I can't wait to see that Kansas City game. But we're not going to overlook the Cardinals, because they're going to come in and they're going to mean business. They're going to want this win. They're definitely going to want this win. The way they played against the Lions, and the way Kyle Murray recovered in that 4th quarter, that's a tough team to beat, bro. That is a tough team to beat. The way they were down to come back like that is a tough team to beat. So let's not overlook them. Even though I got us winning 30-10, I wouldn't overlook them. Because at the end of the day, it's just a prediction. They could really upset us. I could really see the Cardinals upsetting us. Let's not overlook them. Anyway, that's all I got. Peace out.